Hi friends, in our previous video we discussed about HTTP two methods. So basically HTTP contains four methods, right? One is post, one is get, and another is put, and another one is delete. So post. So if you want to insert some record into your DB, insert records into DB. DB. So you need to use post method if I want to insert something. So already we discussed. Get. I want to get some data from DB and I want to display it in my front end. Now I want to update a one record from, so already record is existing, so I want to update. So which method you need to use? So put method to update. Now I want to delete a particular record, so which method I need to use? Delete. So this delete. So here, so that logic you need to call. So here you are having one controller, and here you are having one service layer, and here you are having geo layer, and here you are having database. So in my geo layer, here I am writing logic. So this is my m1 method, so which will contains the logic for insertion. So here I am having service layer. So where you need to, so this will insert some record into database. So where you need to call this method, so in your controller. So in post method, post. So a method which user defined method which is having a method post. So in that method, so I am having some insert record. So sorry, insert record. So you need to call that one. So now let's go to here. Now see, you have implemented. So if you want to post something, so if you want to insert something, so that DAO logic. So this is my DAO layer which contains M1 method. So which will insert some record into DB. So where you need to call this method. So in the post you need to call this. Because so what logic you need to keep it in your post. So to insert the record into database. So I am having one more method M2 which will contains get, select employees whose salary is less than 30,000. So where you need to write that, where you need to call that logic in the get. So like that for delete. So delete method you need to write in the controller and you need to call that one. So for update, so for update put method we need to use. So let's see that one. So here we have used two methods. So one is get and another is post. Now let me write for put and after that delete. So public string string. So country. This is a method. So yes, it's a written type should be there. So timing I'm writing this. Now I am writing one more method. Right. So else string. So now these are ordinary methods. Now how to make this as a web service methods? So for that we need to add the request mapping. So now which logic I want to add it here? So put logic. Put method I am using. Here I want to use delete logic. So see, I have implemented four methods. HTTP basic method. Here get post, put, delete. So here, so if you are having a DAO layer, so which is containing different methods, M1 for insertion, M2 for updation, this is for updation, this is for insertion, and M3, this is for delete, M4 for get. So this is a logic you have written in your DAO. Now insert method where you need to call, because insertion is going to happen with the post. So call this method here. And update. So which method you need to use to update the record? Put. So call this here. Now delete. So here. And after that get here. So like that you need to call this. So hope this is clear. So this is my DM. So here you will have some different logic which will perform some operations on the DB. So now, so this is a basic use of your basic 4 HTTP methods. This is for put. So update record, and this is for delete record. So now, so my controller contains how many methods? So 4 methods. So how to access these methods? So by using request mapping. So request mapping will have a path, but if you look into this, all the 4 methods are having same path. So how it will distinguish which method you need to call? So by the method. Okay. This is the method. So if you look into this, so it's a enumeration. So where it will provide all the methods. Now, so these are the HTTP basic method. So now the URL is nothing but HTTP colon, the port number is 8080 and the path test. But for all 4 methods, same URL means URI. But how we will distinguish? Because here you will specify get, then it will comes to here and it will call the get. To specify post, it will call the post method. Like that, put method, delete method. URL is same. Delete method, it will come. So this is the basic flow of your RESTful website. How you make a class as a REST controller? Because you need to specify REST controller annotation on top of that. So let's see. So let's save this file and let me run my Spring Boot application. So right click, run as Spring Boot application. So see, go to the console. So it's started at port number 88. So how to test? So now here you are providing the service. So consumer, who is the consumer here? Postman are a REST client. So I'm using REST client instance. So I have installed REST client in my Firefox. So who is good? So this is a consumer who is going to consume. But in future, so there may be any Angular application which is going to interact with your services, or it might be another Spring Boot service also. The consumer may be a UI or a legacy application, or it might be a Spring Boot application also. So these things also I will explain how to integrate Angular with Spring Boot and all those things, but next sessions. So now let me go to here. Not this one. Yes. This is the one. No. See, previously we don't have any delete. So that's why 404, 405 error, method not allowed error, we are going to get. But see, this is a URL and which method it needs to call. So here you are specifying. This is a URL. It is same for all the methods, but depending on the method. So so depending on the method, it will goes to the controller and it will call the appropriate method. See, if I use put, I have not changed any URI, same URI, but how it will distinguish which method it has to call depending on the HTTP methods. See, update return. Again, post. I am not changing anything. Okay. Now let me that in the post I have written get. That's why it's get. Okay. If I use get, so it should Spring Boot. Hello world Spring Boot, right? So let me test it. Get. See, so this is the way your HTTP methods works in your Spring Boot. And your Spring Boot internally uses RESTful web services implementation only. So RESTful web services uses basic HTTP 4 methods. So this is about your how to create a controller and how to use a request map. But in the next tutorial, we'll see how to use other annotations. So request mapping. So here you are writing this much big annotation. So annotation, their attributes, all those things. But we can write same thing. We can do it by simply at the rate post. This is delete, right? Delete mapping. So value test. See, both are same. Instead of writing this much big annotation, we can write this simple. Yeah, request mapping. So what is the URL you are specifying, and after that you are specifying the method. But here, if you look into this annotation itself saying it's a delete mapping and values something. So it's a shortcut form of request mapping. So this we will see in next tutorial. So this is about your 4 basic HTTP methods. So yeah, we will meet in next video. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye.